it does. Hello YouTubers, you're here with Shavron, and I'm going to be going over the first Pokemon that I have made through breeding for competitive play. So before I start, I just want a friendly reminder to everyone, every Pokemon that I end up making I will show on a video, and then you can ask me, preferably not in the comments below, because YouTube usually has a long delay on when it comes to seeing comments. So go to my Discord or use the Facebook page. That will be in the description. The links will be there. So yeah, all the Pokemon I make, you can ask for a copy of it, and I will try my best to make it as close as possible as the one I'm currently displaying. So yeah, and I'll trade it to you through a link code. So yeah, that's all on people's requests, and I'll get to as many people as possible for those who want this type of build. So I tried my best for this build to go for 5 IVs. You don't want a 6 IV Ferrothorn. You don't even want a 5 IV it. You can literally skip out on its special attack, and you definitely want to skip out on its speed. Preferably because of the build I'm going for. So for the item, I'm using Leftovers, which will heal Ferrothorn at the end of every turn by a small amount. So he's going to be a part of one of the walls for the team that can really he's very good when it comes to checking a lot of things and a lot of sweepers. So first of all, let's start with its yeah, pretty much its IVs. You don't want speed because of Gyro Ball. Gyro Ball does more damage depending on the speed difference between your Pokemon and your opponents. So you want to have the lower speed, and the more speed your opponent has compared to your Pokemon, the more damage Gyro Ball will do. So for this, you click X, and then you can actually see the EVs that you've trained on your Pokemon. So I've maxed out on HP and special defense, mainly because Ferrothorn doesn't actually need that much put into his defense, because like I've maxed out trained his special defense, and it's only just overtaken his just his base defense stat. So that's how high his defense is already, and he's got good amount of HP. For the nature, I think it's on the next page actually. Yes, on the last one, I went Relax, which will be 10% less speed. Again, for Gyro Ball, you want as low speed possible, and then you want what Relax does, it increases the defense by 10%. So the red name means it's being increased by 10%, the blue name is decreased by 10%. So for the skills, I've gone Power Whip, Gyro Ball, Leech Seed, and Toxic. Toxic is really good because it really helps break stallers, preferably if you're like you know your opponent has a steel type Pokemon, maybe don't try to resort to Toxic, because they may see it coming and switch into it, because poison doesn't affect steel types. But against other Pokemon, you can really badly wear them down and damage them over time. And on top of that, you have Leech Seed, which steals HP from your opponent's Pokemon and gives Ferrothorn more. That paired with Leftovers can really make Ferrothorn a very great wall because of that. And then you have Gyro Ball to help check in a lot of just a lot of weaker Pokemon at the moment, and Squishy, you can really do a lot of damage off Ferrothorn as well as Power Whip being 120 damage on a grass type move, which would really help clear certain Pokemon out there. So that's the skills I'm using, and I've already covered what was it? Yeah, I already covered which nature I'm going with as well. And next one I really wanted to cover was the 2 Eggmoves. So if you didn't see the beginner's guide I did on breeding, I did use Ferrothorn and Rosedale as examples. So Ferrothorn cannot learn Leech Seed or Toxic on its own, and you cannot teach it because it's not a TM in Pokemon Sword or Shield. So the way I've done this was you had to get a Rosedale. So I'll quickly pop it up on. I gotta go back to the Pokédex. So it can be annoying to find one because he only pretty much only spawns in one weather type, which is Overcast. So I'll quickly find it for you guys. Mainly for the people who don't know what I'm on about. So you can see it and be like, oh yeah. So we'll go by Rosella and we'll pop up its habitat. So what I did for mine, I went and found mine at I think it's called Axel's Eye. So you can pretty much see where it is though. It's underneath the first big city you go to. It's pretty much along the way the first wild you go through as well. So Overcast there, Overcast and Sunny there, and then everywhere else it's just Overcast. So yeah, only one weather type this Pokemon spawns in, which can be annoying because you have to keep going back and checking to see if it's the right weather for it to spawn. It doesn't really take too much time, just don't sit there waiting for it, otherwise it will feel like it will take a lot of time. So yeah, you just level Rosella up and eventually it will learn Toxic and Leech Seed, and what you want to do there is make sure Rosella is the male and Forest Seed's the female, because the offspring will always be what the female Pokemon is. And so what would happen, the offspring will be a Forest Seed because you use a female Forest Seed, and then the male Rosella will pass on Toxic and Leech Seed to that offspring already learnt. So that is how you pass on those two egg moves for this build. So yeah, that pretty much covers it all. So what I did for EV training, I used power bands obviously because it makes it so much faster. I did cover that on the beginner guide as well. I went to Route 1 to fight Skullwits just for the HP gaining, and then for the special defense I went to Route 3, which and just fought the Glossifleurs to just get the special defense there. And I put the last small amount of points, doesn't really make a difference, on defense, which is in the Gullen Mine, which you'll fight Roly-Colies, because they give the defense stat for your EV training. So yeah, I think that pretty much covers it all. I really suggest I really recommend getting a Ferrothorn actually, because it is a very strong competitive Pokemon. It is very overused as well, so be careful for its check. The main big weakness this Pokemon has, it is 4 times weak to fire, but it has huge resistances as well, being a steel and grass type. So it covers you, and you can chuck this out in front of a lot of damaging Pokemon, and it can actually stall out other defense type Pokemon, knowing Toxic and Leech Seed and Leftovers on top of that. So it makes a great ward. You just gotta watch out for its checks. So yeah, again, if there's any other Pokemon that you guys would like to see me try and make a competitive build out of, just let me know. Don't really mind what Pokemon you guys say, as long as I get to use the evolution, because a lot of my friends just say Magikarp just to troll and stuff. I rather, if you say Magikarp, I'm gonna go Gyarados, alright guys? But I already have an next Pokemon in line, which is gonna be a Melodic. It is gonna be another defense war with Scald and I think Haze. So what Haze does, it clears the conditions on the field, your side of the field. So that is very good to have, because you just need something to clear those type of things, right? Enough said. So yeah, and Scald is very good to check in physical attackers, because if Scald burns the Pokemon, it reduces their physical attack as well. And I think Melodic can learn Recover, which can help store, and I think you go Red Flame Orb, which at the end of the turn has a chance to burn Pokemon. So you're actually trying to burn Melodic to get sorry, I better explain myself better. The ability I'm going with is when it's inflicted by a status effect, it pretty much times the defense stat of Melodic by 1.5 times. So I might go mixed defense on it. I might go special defender with the option of being able to check in for physical attacks if it succeeds in self-inflicting itself with burn. So yeah, that's the next Pokemon I'm going with. But again, please feel free to comment below if there's any other Pokemon you want me to breed competitively, or even if it's a Pokemon that you want me to breed so that I can give you one. I don't mind doing that too, whatever works. But again, if you guys like this video and it's helped you in any way possible, please feel free to support me by liking this video or subscribing to my channel, or do both. So yeah, you guys will definitely be seeing me next time. See you guys. Does